And several dogs at risk of being euthanized in the South Valley have found a forever home after a social media campaign. However, many people are now questioning the operation of the Visalia Animal Services Shelter. Action News reporter Cassandra Gutierrez joins us live in Visalia, where employees must make these difficult decisions on a daily basis. Cassandra?
Warren, they tell us that putting down perfectly healthy dogs is one of the hardest things they have to do. Unfortunately, each animal's stay at the center is typically very short. Two dogs at the Visalia Animal Services Center near Highway 99 found their forever home Friday.
We had a litter of 8 that were like Toy Story inspired puppies, and they all got adopted, which was really exciting.
But for many dogs that don't go to a home or a rescue shelter, the reality is euthanasia.
It could be 5 or 6 in a week. It could be 10 or 15 if it's been a really bad high intake week. It really just depends on what we get in and what we can find placement for.
Candace Harrington is the facility manager and explained to us how long animals typically stay at the shelter.
Generally, average length of stay is about 7 days. Wow. But their stray hold period is 4 if they have no identification or like microchip or anything, and it's 6 if we know who potentially the owner is.
The shelter has 29 kennels that can house large dogs and 32 for smaller dogs. When Action News walked through the shelter on Friday, more than half of the kennels were empty. We asked Harrington what many viewers were asking us. Why are dogs being euthanized when there appears to be space? And you have 10 plus open kennels in there, but 2 dogs were at risk of being euthanized. Perfectly healthy dogs. What would you say to that?
I think we need to finish this interview. Do you want to still see the dogs in isolation?
After this interview, Action News asked to speak to Visalia City Manager Leslie Cavilia. Cavilia told us it just comes down to cost and said the city doesn't have the budget to keep animals longer than 7 business days.
The space is not one of the criteria in how we process animals. It costs about $50 a day to retain an animal at the shelter, and so it's a balancing act with the overall general budget of the city.
The city's budget is $100 million. Just over 1% is allotted to the shelter, plus the mortgage for the space.
So that's $1.8 million out of a $100 million general fund budget. So it's not an insignificant portion.
Her message to the community: please consider adoption.
We're struggling with overpopulation. We're struggling with people who can't keep their animals for one reason or another. It's their own balancing act in their family, whether it's for their own space needs, just their ability to kind of cope with an animal, the expense of an animal. There's just many reasons that they have that balancing act, just like we do at the shelter.
Last we checked, there are 2 dogs at risk of being euthanized on Tuesday. Locals can help by volunteering, donating, or adopting from the shelter. And people are also urged to go to city council meetings to ensure their voices are heard. Live in Visalia, I'm Cassandra Gutierrez, ABC 30 Action News.